According to the numbers, more Americans are on the move now than ever before. Many looking for a place with lower taxes, less crime, and a bigger bang for the real estate buck. Texas is high on the list, with its smaller communities especially in high demand.
And it's great to be in Texas tonight. Yeah.
Texas loud.
Nobody wants to go to Austin anymore.
Texas proud.
Nobody wants to go to Austin like before.
Over here, we like freedom and we like our guns. We don't like to be coddled and we like our governments limited.
These days, more and more out-of-staters like the sound of Texas too, with more than 500,000 people pouring in annually. Stats show most arrive from California.
In California, jobs are still hard to come by. Everything's really expensive.
We're close enough to the city. We can drive in 10 minutes, but we're far enough away that, you're not suffocated.
While high home prices and recent crime spikes in urban areas are a driving factor, this so-called Texodus is still seeing folks flocking to bigger cities here.
Now the bluest skies in Texas, they're haunting me tonight.
The numbers also show more transplants, including musician Dave Innes, are singing a new tune in less populated areas.
We wanted to get out of Nashville, but we just wanted something that felt more, I don't know, just more community of just small town vibe. And where we live here is old Waco.
Located in central Texas, Waco is already known for a hit reality TV show.
You got it.
Inventing Dr. Pepper.
I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper.
And celebrity transplants. Post-pandemic, the area is exploding, with average home prices up about 13% over a year ago. That means nonstop construction and real estate often snatched up sight unseen.
I'd love to help you sell your house. Where's your home located?
Are you surprised at what has happened in such a short amount of time?
Unbelievable. Just a year ago, it would sit on the market for at least 3 or 4 months, and we would not have any offers at all at first. But now we have people fighting to get in and multiple offers.
This region is saddling up for thousands of new jobs, too. There is a potential side effect because much of this green is mainly pouring in from blue cities and states.
Yeah, people are really worried about all folks like me moving from California.
That means more food for political fodder.
Don't turn this place into what you fled.
That's exactly right.
From YouTube parodies.
I'm from California. California? I thought I smelled communism.
To T-shirts, and the governor himself urging outsiders to vote right to keep Texas, Texas. These changing demographics, this long Republican stronghold is arguably growing more purple, Gordon.
All right, well, Tara, what do the newcomers believe? Are they conservative? Are they liberal? What are they bringing to Texas?
Well, probably a little bit of both. On this story, we talked to a lot of folks around the smaller communities in Central Texas. That is exploding right now. By the way, this is where I lived until a year ago. So anecdotally, I've seen this both, and I've heard from a lot of folks that they're meeting a lot of California conservatives moving in, who, as one person put it, are trying to escape the ridiculous liberalism in California that is causing things like high crime and prices, they tell me. It seems like a lot of folks, though, are attracted to the lifestyle and the politics in Texas as it is. So we've seen no hard numbers, as I said, on this, but there is concern, and a lot of concern, like places like Waco are drawing companies also like Amazon, because Texas is business friendly and has not any state income tax. But it's unclear how many of the Amazon employees will come with them, and they'll come from places like California. So in which case, there's a lot of talk about a more liberal population moving in. SpaceX is is expanding. People will surely move in to take those jobs as well from these bluer states. And we also know that the bigger cities around Texas are already blue, and that's been spreading rapidly into the suburbs. But you know what's interesting is the Texas pundits I spoke with say it's really too early to tell if Democrats are going to end up with this critical mass due to the influx, but it has happened in other states, Gordon, before, including places like New Hampshire, where more people started moving in from these other states. But definitely the tone I'm hearing is that people are meeting a lot of conservatives moving to places like Waco and these smaller communities because they do like the values that Texas has.
Well, Tara, what are both of the political parties, the Democrats and Republicans, doing with all of these new Texans?
Well, essentially, Ashley, they're trying to up their ground game. They feel like they've always had a pretty good one, though Democrats arguably are stronger in that arena. Local Republicans tell me the party is being extremely proactive. For example, trying to get folks registered as Republicans as soon as they get to Texas and inviting them to a lot of GOP events. Folks in Texas are not shy, by the way, so there's a lot of candid conversation on this topic from the locals reminding newcomers not to show up in a vote that made them move there in the first place. They want them to come in, not vote Democratic, obviously, and vote Republican. So the biggest thing the GOP says is educating people about the differences between Texas's conservative policies and the liberal policies they say yielded the outcomes that made them move into the Lone Star State in the first place. And that includes Governor Abbott urging them to keep Texas, Texas. There is also a big push, by the way, to engage the Hispanic community that now makes up about half of the state of Texas. And there is a popular T-shirt a lot of people buy that says, "Don't California my Texas."
All right. Well, the economic impact seems to be obvious. Real estate is now booming. So how is the population affecting schools, local law enforcement?
Well, of course, Gordon, a lot of people are moving in with children. So as for the schools, the growth has sped up exponentially in a lot of these local schools, especially after the COVID restrictions started to lift. So classrooms are suddenly more crowded. They need more teachers. And because the student populations are actually hitting record numbers in some schools now. So as for the local law enforcement, in many cases, they are needing more manpower to respond and more calls and planning ahead so they can keep up with this increased demand. But going back a year later, as I just did, from what it was before, it is really remarkable what's happening there.
All right. Well, Tara, thanks for the report and thanks for the insight. You can always get the latest news and more by downloading the CBN News Channel app. Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.